It's a very good afternoon to all of our on-course patrons here at the KBRC on an 8-race program this afternoon. If you've got a race book in front of you and you'd like to mark out scratchings, they are as follows. Race 1, number 4, scratched. Then you go on to race number 2, scratch number 6 and scratch number 12. Race number 3, scratch 4 and scratch 11. Race number 4, scratch 13 and 14. The new rider for number 9, Boondy Rocks, is Cassie Martinen. Race number 5 is clear of scratchings. Race number 6 is clear of scratchings. Race number 7, scratch number 14 wins a lot. And in the last, you can scratch number 14 Sonic Ruler, 15 Aiden's Choice, and 17 in Deliberation. We'll get to those scratchings race by race, but that's a bit of an overview here. Horses in the yard for the opener. It's a maiden over 1200, sponsored by Challenge Drilling. We've got number 1, Dezane Gray, having his first start for Gary Bowen. Vicky Corver takes the ride. Can show some speed from time to time as well. So from that inside draw, expecting him to hold a spot here at his Goldfields debut. He's an $8 chance at start number 17, looking to break through for the first time. Our favourite is number 2, A Weem Away, a 3-year-old who's having his 6th career run, his 4th at the KBRC, a very honest type, been beaten half a length, and a short half head at his threes in the region. Troy Turner takes over riding duties today, and from that ideal draw, he has to be the one to beat, hard to beat as well, at $2.75. Number 3, Gems Man, Bo Edwards rides for Jeff Eales, 147 days between outings. First up without the trial. Probably needs something a little bit further, but did run a cheeky race over 1200 at Esperance back in the late part of January. Scratch number 4, Rivershaw, not coming to town today. Number 5, I Had a Dream, has his first start for Josh Brown in the set of those St Kilda colours as well. Those supporters will be up and about after the upset result over the Dons. But I Had a Dream is an $18 chance here today, having been beaten almost 9 lengths first up at Bunbury after leading and fading very badly. Brandon Louis takes the ride here on number 5. Number 6, gun midfielder, Justin Robbins teams up with Lisa Staples. Recent trial at Kalgoorlie was 3/4 of a length off El Sueno, who's definitely a galloper with Class 2 type ability, so it wasn't the worst trial from this horse. Goes around a $6 chance today on the third line of betting on debut. Number 7, Kamaka left the yard early, a deep field filly from Paul Tapper's yard. She's already behind the barriers. She's looking to break through here today after going around second last start behind Sunshine Tafe, who did run very well yesterday behind Clean 'em Up, Oscar's Fortune's little sister, in the 2-year-old race at Belmont Park. Number 8, Grey Revolution, always goes out early as well. Chloe Has a Party comes up to Kalgoorlie to ride today. This is Russian Revolution filly, is having her 6th run. She's been ridden by apprentices at all 3 runs at Kalgoorlie and has run well on each occasion. I thought at $11 she was probably a little bit over the odds here today. Number 8, Grey Revolution. Number 9 is my on-top selection in Miss De Beers, a filly by Awesome Rock, having only her 3rd run of the campaign. She ran second to Kraken Time first up, who went around favourite in a 3-year-old 1400 at Belmont Park yesterday. Runs to anywhere near that rating would be hard to beat, and there has been money in the last half an hour. Hit a high of $4.20, back into $4 late. Number 10, Soir Noir, trained by Crystal Burns. Cassie Martinen takes off 2, would need to improve tenfold on what she produced first up. And number 11, I'm a Bit Tipsy, from the yard of Luke Kearney. Tash Faithful takes the ride out to $23 here. Didn't beat a runner home in a 400-metre jump out at Belmont Park, but was only 2.5 lengths off that winner. My numbers in the opener here, I'm going to go on top with number 9, Mr. Beers, just hopefully reproducing that run behind Kraken Time. 2, A Weem Away, the best of the locals and hard to beat, no doubt. 8, Grey Revolution, if you're looking for a little bit of double figure value. And 1, Dezane Gray, I watch it his first run in the region. 9, 2, 8 and 1, but I went with Laqdar Romoly and Meryl Hayley and Mr. Beers here in the opener. 9, 2, 8 and 1, 3 minutes away from the opening race at Kalgoorlie.
Okay, these runners behind the line, they'll start to come forward. This is race number one on this 8-event race card to kick us off on Variety Day. An annual fixture at the KBRC. Swanawa, the first one to come forward. This is the Challenge Drilling Maiden. Big thank you to all our sponsors today as Dezane Gray goes forward. First run for Gary Bowen today. Mr. B is coming forward on the second line of betting. Laqdar Romoly in the saddle. Laqdar and Meryl Hayley, of course, no stranger to partnering up for some success. So Kamaka looks to have gone forward as well. Here comes Gun Midfielder into line from the Justin Robbins stable. On debut today, Gun Midfielder. I Had a Dream from the Josh Brown stable coming up now. Brandon Louis in the saddle. A Weem Away, the favourite, about to come forward. 280 fixed ahead of Mr. Beers 460. Gun Midfielders had backing and is currently now overtaken Mr. Beers as second favourite at 440. Here comes Grey Revolution from the Charlotte Skerritt camp in the saddle today. Chloe Azapati back in WA. So Grey Revolution to come forward. Beautiful conditions for racing today. The track currently a soft 5, the rail at 3, and big fields throughout the day for this Variety Race Day. Don't forget the Australian Pizza Throwing Championships downstairs, which will take place a little bit later on. So I'm a bit tipsy to come forward. And it's just dislodged the rider Tash Faithful behind the line. The horse to come forward riderless. I'm a bit tipsy. Second start today. From the Luke Fernie yard, 1,200 metres is the distance of the first. So I'm a bit tipsy. Tash Faithful landed on both feet. She's up in the machine waiting for her mount. Stand by, 1,200 metres ahead of the field for the first. Tash just to jump back aboard. And the signal's given, they're off racing. Perfect dispatch from the 1,200 metres. Dezane Gray holding his position down on the fence. I'm a bit tipsy working forward together with I Have a Dream, and Kamaka up in the firing line early on as well. They were followed by the favourite, A Weem Away, who's going to settle down fourth. And then we had Gems Man just posted a shade deep early on. Dezane Gray, Grey Revolution needs to cross. They were followed by Mr. Beers in the middle. A length and a half then to Gun Midfielder, and it's Sawanawa at the tail. So we've got 6 lengths covering the field as they go onto the Charles Street side of the course. I'm a bit tipsy, being eyeballed on the outside by Kamaka. They were followed by A Weem Away, Dream Run for this favourite. They were followed next of all by Gems Man. Then we had I Had a Dream down on the inside, Grey Revolution, Dezane Gray. Now Mr. B is spotting the leader, 5 lengths with 400 metres to run. Then Gun Midfielder sticking to the fence. And last of all, it's Sawanawa. Into the straight, Kamaka trying to get the better of I'm a bit tipsy, but A Weem Away hit the lead quickly. It's A Weem Away with a furlong to run down the outside. Gems Man, I Had a Dream into the clear. Down the outside, Mr. Beers. It's A Weem Away. I Had a Dream. I Had a Dream. A Weem Away. Late Mr. Beers. They hit it. Photo. This could go anyway. Not sure. It's a 3-horse photo. In the middle, I Had a Dream. The fence, A Weem Away, and the fast finishing Mr. Beers. Leave it to the judge. Fantastic finish. Gems Man was 4th. They were followed in next of all by Gun Midfielder, Dezane Gray, Grey Revolution, Sawanawa, and these 2 pacemakers have knocked up last, and they include Kamaka and I'm a bit tipsy. Number 9 gets it, Mr. Beers. 9 goes into the frame. Getting the better of the 5, I Had a Dream. And 2, A Weem Away, who looked the winner at the furlong pole, will settle for 3rd. 9, your winner. Mr. Beers, in the shadows of the post, has got the head down. The outside, normally getting the advantage at Cal with the angle, and 9 goes into the frame. Mr. Beers, Meryl Hayley, Laqdar Romoly, defeating the 5, I Had a Dream, Josh Brown, Brandon Louis, and the 2, A Weem Away, will get 3rd. A half head by a long head Fourth is number 3. That's Gems Man, who's run a good race today first up. 9, 5, 2 and 3, a half head by a long head. And 1:13.59 the time. They've crawled in the first. The last sectional 35.85. But a well-timed ride there by Laqdar Romoly aboard Mr. Beers by Awesome Rock from Governing. And owned by S. Fleming, J. Davies, N. Thompson, D. Huxtable, Miss D. Giblet, also A. Stewart and R. Keach. Ridden by Laqdar and trained by Meryl Hayley, making the trip to Kalgoorlie worthwhile. Number 5, I Had a Dream for Josh Brown. Second, Brandon Louis in the saddle, owned by Chelsea Forder by Universal Ruler from Amber Dream. Third in was the 2, A Weem Away for Brett Drury and Troy Turner by Jungle Cat from Intrepid Miss, owned by J. Drury, Brian Pascoe, Miss S. Watson, Johnny Prosser, A. Riley and M. Gray. Fourth in the 3, Gems Man, Jeff Eels with Bo Banovic Edwards. Race 2 is next. It's the Terra Drilling Maiden over the 1,200 metres, and the scratchings are number 6 and 12, Master Platinum and Lajuna. We've got 10 to run, and that comes up at 5 minutes to 1. In the meantime, 9, 5, 2 and 3 after the running of race number 1.